Yo, good morning, everybody. It is your boy Opti. Today is May 10th, 2023, and welcome to Simply Bitcoin. We are your number one source for the peaceful Bitcoin revolution. We cover breaking news, culture, and mimetic warfare. We bring on Bitcoiners from all around the world, from the biggest names to the everyday Bitcoiner. We got them all, and we will be your guide through the separation of money and state. Well, as you can tell, I am hosting today's show. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that we can continue giving you the content without Nico Jones in the building. But hey, man, you already know the deal. We don't stop over here. The grind don't stop. But as you can tell from the YouTube video or the YouTube title, man, we got the receipts for you guys. What do we tell you guys every single day on this channel? Can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. And we've been covering this story for a few weeks now, actually probably months now, actually probably years now. And it really boils back down to the constant FUD you will hear from the newbies, the pre-coiners out there. It's like, oh, what if my government bans Bitcoin? Does that mean Bitcoin failed? No, it'll just mean that Bitcoiners route around it. Bitcoiners will find a way to save in Bitcoin. And we have the receipts. And I'm not alone. I see you guys saying I'm alone. I'm not alone. I got someone here. I got my boy Dell, the funky hodl sapien in the building. But nonetheless, guys, remember this, and it's something that you will continuously hear moving forward. The same criticisms, the same FUD. What if my government bans Bitcoin? And it's something I say all the time. If your government bans Bitcoin, that just proves to me and to you that you should probably be holding Bitcoin. Anyways, on another note, guys, of course, in the culture, this is a story I've been wanting to do for a couple of weeks now, but we've had a lot of guests on the show, and you know me, I try to feature our guests on the culture so that we can show the Bitcoiners out there love and get their stories out there, because we are in a war for the hearts and minds of the masses, and exposing people to just the everyday person story and why they Bitcoin, what they're about, I think is some of the best way to do it. But what do we always say on the show? Bitcoin is hope. The Bitcoin meme out there, that Bitcoin gives you hope. Bitcoin literally changed my life. It gave me hope. It gave me a whole new lease on life. And we are seeing currently right now that this is an American-centric show. And not only in America, but in the first world, in the UK, in the US, we are seeing the same thing play out. People are getting afraid of the traditional financial system. They are not trusting the banks. They are starting to feel the pain of inflation. They are starting to feel the echoes of a recession coming. And I brought some polls, I brought some ideas, and we're always going to boil this back down into Bitcoin, that Bitcoin is hope. Bitcoin is a way for us to save. It's a way for us to usher in a better, more brighter, more beautiful world. And it's upon all of us to continuously stack and get that signal out there. Well, let's get into the show. Without further ado, let's bring in Dell, the funky hodl sapien, bro. How you doing this morning? Good to have you.
I'm good, and I was just poking around on Twitter, and I got to share some story that just went down where the dirty maximalist. I'm a proud dirty. I'm filthy. I'm a filthy maximalist. You're never gonna clean this boy up. I just saw some news that went down that the maximalists got a large company, a company that you guaranteed have heard about, got something taken down that was up there, some straight up BS, and they got it taken down. Said our cat boy Hodlnot, he said some stuff, got shared around, and the big company said, okay, yeah, hey, no, you're right. And yeah, this is good stuff.
Amazing. Well, stay toxic, my friends. All right, let's get into the show.
The Bitcoin numbers.
Brought to you by Nodl. At this point, you should be running your own Bitcoin node. If you don't use your own Bitcoin node, you're trusting someone else's. Run your own version of Bitcoin Core, the Lightning Network, Whirlpool, and Dojo, all from the comfort of your own home. And if you're a digital nomad, you have absolutely no excuse, because now you can run a Nodl through a virtual private server. Visit nodl.eu today.
Let's go. And before we get into the numbers for today, you already know we are less than 1 week. Actually, I guess it's 1 week away for Bitcoin 2023, May 18th through the 20th. We are going to be down there in Miami. I can't wait to go hang out in Miami. I absolutely love Miami. And we always say the same thing. Getting down to the Bitcoin conference is like a mecca, man. It's like meeting your friends and your families. And you need to reconnect and kind of reset, because Clown World is in overdrive, and hanging out with Bitcoiners is the funnest thing to be doing. I highly recommend everyone get down there. If you haven't got a ticket yet, come hang out with us in Miami. It's going to be awesome. Nico and I will be on the analyst desk, but when I was sitting here looking at who to highlight for the speakers list, I noticed a very big theme on the conference this year. And just follow me. Look, we got Robert Kennedy Jr., presidential candidate. We have Vivek Ramaswamy, presidential candidate. We have Tulsi Gabbard, former congresswoman. We have Ridwan Kamil from West Java. We have Cynthia Lummis. We have Patrick McHenry. Guys, it's something we say here all the time. And it's the idea that, look, I know Bitcoiners hate when I use the P word, when we talk about politics, when we talk about the separation of money and state, but this is what we are talking about. And now it is becoming very obvious, at least to me and Nico, and even Dell, we were having this conversation behind the scenes. It's the idea, not only the importance of Bitcoiners getting political, or at least starting to focus the conversation to the politician to understand what is going on, the computer illiterate politician to understand what's happening. But it is our meme world and everyone else is living in it, guys. And it is becoming very clear to me that Bitcoin will be a point of contention in politics moving forward. And this is just something that I think us Bitcoiners will have to acknowledge. I know. All you need to do is stack sats, take Bitcoin in the cold storage, and politics won't matter. I agree on a long enough time frame this is true. But what's the saying? You may not be concerned with politics, but politics is very much concerned with you. And we are seeing this happen in real time, man. It is our meme world, and everyone else is just living in it. And I think moving forward, guys, all the politicians out there are going to have no choice but to talk about Bitcoin. Anyways, we will see you in Miami. Use the promo code SIMPLY and you can get yourself a discount. And I hope I see you guys. If you see me out there, come hit your boy up. I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be having a good time. Anyways, let's get into these numbers. As you can see, I'm over here on Clark Moody's dashboard, and we are currently at block height of 789,105. The current Bitcoin price is currently 28,255. Actually, did you guys notice that the CPI numbers came in today? And I think it was at like 4.9% this morning. Obviously, we know that CPI numbers are fake and they're a lie. They're manipulated. But the Bitcoin price responded, or rather, maybe didn't respond and just started pumping this morning. I know you guys are watching that 1 minute chart right now. Anyways, the current Moscow time, aka how much your dollar's worth, aka how many sats you can buy for $1, is currently at 3,539. And let's get into some of these other numbers. I think one of the numbers that most people don't realize the importance of, the percentage issued. 92.23% of all Bitcoins ever are already in circulation. Imagine that. The rest of the world is going to be fighting for roughly 8% of the Bitcoin ever. And that doesn't even account for the millions that we think are lost. So, hey, Bitcoin is probably scarcer than you think. Anyways, the current market capitalization is $547.3 billion. The realized monetary inflation taking fiat currencies to school is 1.75%. Remember, CPI just came in the US for 4.9%. The realized monetary inflation of Bitcoin is 1.75%, and that is going to get cut in half in about a year, roughly a year. And this is probably, again, I know these are all my favorite numbers, but the Bitcoin versus gold market cap is at 4.01%. That means Bitcoin is only 4% of the gold market cap. And you already know the deal. Bitcoin will eat the gold market cap in time. Anyways, the current total capacity of Bitcoin in the Lightning Network is 5,363.9 BTC with a dirty fiat value of 151.6 million. The reachable nodes, actually, this is the contentious number, but according to Clark Moody's dashboard, I forget what he's using the API on the back end. The public reachable Bitcoin nodes is at 17,096 Bitcoin nodes. The last hash rate in the last 216 blocks is 343.8 exahashes. I saw last week that it was touching around 400, depending on who you're asking and what you're looking at. In the last 90 days, it's 331 exahashes. And I brought this one in. Actually, I thought I brought the other one in, but the estimated difficulty change is going to be a negative 2.4%. Let me see if I can find these numbers, because it didn't really, this one, I think this one's lagging a little bit. The average fees per block is 1.32 BTC. I don't know if you guys notice, but the mempool is starting to clear up. And I finally got some transactions to go through. I've been waiting on it for 2 days. I thought I highballed it at 100 sats per byte. I still had to wait 2 days to let that transaction go through. But hey, Bitcoin's still working as always. Anyways, on today's numbers, I got a clip from you guys from Michael Saylor on a recent podcast. And the reason I'm putting it on today is because this is something I tell you guys consistently on the show, and I think it's a little more powerful coming from a billionaire, aka Michael Saylor, and not from me. And it's the idea that we know what the problem is. The problem is the fiat money. The problem is the broken money, the broken fiat incentives, and we all can pinpoint the problem. Everyone that is relatively awake in the world can pinpoint what the problem is. It is the money, stupid. And most people are still oblivious to what the solution is, which is very simple. Save in Bitcoin, take Bitcoin into self-custody, and this is how you can not only protect yourself, but usher in a better world. Well, we got a clip here. Shouts out to Morpheus for clipping it out for us. And he's got Saylor talking about the recent clip of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger getting asked a very, very hard question by a 13-year-old girl, and they weren't able to answer the question. It's a very simple question. And why are they still unable to give the answers or the solutions clearly? Well, maybe it's because they are incentivized not to. And Saylor lays this out very, very clearly. And it's something, again, that I talk about consistently, is if you have money in the world right now, if you're in the first world, you're making money, you have a stable currency, you don't really have a reason to look at Bitcoin. You don't really have a reason to find a solution to a problem that probably doesn't exist to you and your family. Well, they just don't understand that they're holding melting ice cubes. And this is something that we talk about consistently on the show. It's something that all you guys know to be true. Well, let's see Saylor talk about this very, very real problem and pointing everyone to the solution.
So I think that that people that live in other jurisdictions, if they've ever been completely bankrupt or seen their economy completely collapse, Sri Lanka, another good example. When that happens, then when someone says, okay, well, here's a bank in cyberspace and an asset that no one can meddle with and no one can corrupt or tamper with, you think, well, tell me more about that. But if you're a wealthy American, if you're Warren Buffett, we have a very famous example, a video that's going viral on Twitter. 13-year-old girl says to Warren Buffett, I'm really worried about the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency of the world. We're printing lots and lots of dollars, and if we're not the reserve currency, the value of the dollar is going to collapse. We're going to have hyperinflation. What should I do, Mr. Buffett? And I wouldn't normally criticize, a respected, successful business person of his age. But he and Charlie Munger did choose to go up on stage and answer questions and give financial guidance and advice and investment advice, and they are looked up to. And so you watch Warren Buffett answer the question, and his answer is, well, yeah, I guess the Fed inflated the money, but they needed to. And, it's really difficult, and politicians have a difficult problem. And, yeah, you're right, it is a problem. And Munger will say, the dollar's going to zero. It's going to zero. They know it's a problem. And then he kind of meanders through it with an end advice, which is, well, I don't know, but, America's a great country. Don't bet against America. But the blood-curdling, terrifying, depressing, takeaway from the clip is the 13-year-old girl knows what the problem is. The country's full of people that can articulate the problem and write 1,000-page books on the problem. If you're rich in America, you don't have the answer because you're too comfortable. right? And so what you've got is a bunch of mega billionaires that are very successful in America, but they don't have an answer or solution to the 13-year-old girl. The solution to the question was Bitcoin, right? And Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger can't allow themselves to understand that because they're so successful, they don't need to open their mind to and embrace a new idea. If Warren Buffett woke up tomorrow and his bank seized all of his assets and they were devalued to zero, and he was a pauper, and his neighbor, the Uber driver, was walking around with $100,000 worth of Bitcoin on a hardware wallet, Warren would say, "What is that again? Explain that to me."
Yeah.
What do you mean? My government, my bank can't steal all my money? That's a pretty good idea, right? And
Absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that not only are Nico and I and all of you guys saying the very same thing, but we have billionaires talking about the things that we talk about consistently. And it just kind of reminds me that the pain won't stop until morale improves. Like the world will need to feel more pain before they wake up to needing a solution. And it's no reason that the mega billionaires of the world don't feel the need to find a solution when they've made money off the fiat world. And, again, who am I to basically talk smack on Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett when they are, again, mega billionaires that have profited off the fiat system? But it makes you realize that they are very complacent in the world as it is because they have profited off of this. But hey, you, the average person out there, are you profiting off the fiat system like the Warren Buffetts of the world? No, us average people are feeling the pain. Inflation is here and it's unavoidable for the average everyday person. Food prices are going up. While they can say that CPI is only at 5%, that still means you're losing 5% of your purchasing power every year. I don't know about you guys, but hey, losing 5% of my purchasing power has a very real effect, especially when it compounds year after year. And we all know that Bitcoin is a hedge against monetary inflation, monetary debasement. And while it doesn't necessarily blow up or the price doesn't go up as inflation numbers come in, over time, we know the phenomenon of number go up. It's going up forever, Laura. And 21 million hard cap. There's nothing else in the world that is hard cap like Bitcoin. And while they print an infinite amount of dollars, and while the world finds something that is stable, something they can store their value in, the world will finally start to coalesce on Bitcoin. And again, everyone knows what the problem is. They printed an obscene amount of money. In the last 2 to 3 years, I think what's the statistics? They printed 40% of all dollars ever created, and that is just in America, let alone other parts of the first world. They are stealing our future and they're spitting in our face. And I really love how Saylor put it. Like, if you're rich, you don't have an answer. You don't even ask the question because you are living comfortably. You are detached from the average person's problems. Your money's coming in hand over fist. And so it's only going to take pain to really move people into the direction of Bitcoin. And it's going to happen. TikTok next block. In time, everyone will coalesce on Bitcoin. As the saying goes, all roads lead to Bitcoin. And personally, as an average person of average means, holding something that can't be debased, that can't be stolen from a bank, that has very real value to me, to my family, understanding especially where the world is going. We say it all the time. It's not red or blue. It's orange versus green. We are heading towards a world of total control. And the war is freedom versus tyranny, Bitcoin or slavery. You cannot convince me otherwise. This is where we're headed right now. And, you might want to get some just in case it catches on. Anyways, Del, you're hitting me in the chat, bro. You can riff on this. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I think the part of the problem or the problem with Munger and Buffett is that they've gotten so big with their holdings and their enterprises, what they do, that they can't see what's happening below them. It's kind of like Jeff Booth talks about. You can't change a system from within a system. I listened to a pretty large audiobook about the story, the biography of Walt Disney, and where he started and where Disney is now are so different. I mean, it's not even remotely close. Where he was at when he started, he just wanted to make little cartoons. He liked animating. He wanted to see drawings come to life. And then now it's turned into this behemoth, this monstrosity that he had no that wasn't his goal by any means. He wanted to make Disneyland, yes. He wanted to make up cartoons, but he wasn't trying to be this media empire that that Disney is now. And they can't see, Disney, what some small studio is doing over here. They're just too big. The same is true of government. The same is true of the Mungers. The same is true of all sorts of things. If you're Microsoft, you can't see what's happening on the peripheral of business. That's why they just wait until something happens and then they go in and scoop it up and buy it. They're not trying to do it themselves and innovate themselves. They just wait until somebody else does it and then they buy it. So there's this effect. I don't know if it's something that Lowry came up with or if it's a well-known thing. The first time I have encountered it was in his book Soft War. But he talks about a strangler effect, where something small will just overtake something larger. And right now, I think that's what's happening with Bitcoin, is that it's so bizarre. I mean, anybody that's been in the space knows that it takes, I mean, Sailor says something like 100 hours. Maybe I'm a dummy, but I feel like it took me about 500 hours to really kind of go, okay, I think I'm starting to get it. It's kind of where I reached that kind of click light bulb moment. And then it was just more and more adding pieces. And there's still all sorts of aha moments and, oh my goodness, and I didn't think about that. But I'd say it was about 500 hours of podcasts and books where I went, oh, this changes everything. When you have this base layer, this monetary system that cannot be manipulated and changed and fucked with, then you can, it really is the base layer of everything. And a lot of people, one of the things that I run into is people say, it's not real. It's not a real thing. Go stand in a raging river and telling them the forces of that water thrashing around isn't real. You're moving. Like, how is that not real? And the same energy that's out there, the same energy that burns your skin to a crisp if you lay out on a Miami beach for 12 hours with no sunscreen and you just roast, that same exact energy, literally zero difference, is what's powering and transforming through digital alchemy that power, that energy into Bitcoin. It is real. Like, it is maybe the weirdest thing that humanity has ever discovered. It's this digital thing is real. Like, it's real in a physical sense and it's digitized. It's really, really weird. And the people, the Mungers that grew up in an age where there weren't even cars, they didn't even know what a phone was back when they were children. I mean, I'm being a little bit, I mean, they grew up riding dinosaurs, not cars. Now they have Teslas. They couldn't have seen that. And now we're in a completely different world. It's so no wonder they can't see it. It's impossible. They're blind. They're literally blind to this innovation. It's like asking them, hey, Munger, create a viral YouTube video. Good luck with that. Like, he might get a bunch of views because it's Munger up there talking. It's like Biden can do that. I mean, AI makes viral videos of Biden talking about to Trump and they're playing Pokemon. Those are some of the funniest videos I've ever seen, honestly.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, what's the saying? You can never convince a man something new based when his job is based on that system. Anyway, they're telling me sound the horns for Dell. He be spitting. Yeah, Dell. Let's see if we can fix your visuals real quick as I move into the next segment. But it is the news, so you're coming up hot, bro.
The Daily News.
The Daily News is brought to you by Blockstream Jade, built by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners. It's an open source hardware wallet for the cold storage of Bitcoin. Check out the brand new limited edition color, the transparent green Jade. Blockstream Jade houses a full color camera, allowing for fully air-gapped Bitcoin transactions, scan and display QR codes directly on the device, assign transactions, and verify addresses with ease. Use your Blockstream Jade with your favorite wallet software, such as Blockstream Green, Blue Wallet, Electrum, Sparrow. Get yourself a Blockstream Jade today and take self-custody of your Bitcoin.
All right, boys and girls, before we give Dell the mic, go check out the orangepilleapp.com. I think their other URL is bitcoiners.social. I know you guys are going to be in Miami. Actually, I know you guys are the lone Bitcoiners in your neighborhood. You're the crazy Bitcoiner, and all you really want to do is hang out with some more Bitcoiners. Well, download the Orange Pill app. It's the #1 source for finding Bitcoin-only events in your area. It's finding other like-minded individuals, and it's something we talk about consistently on Twitter Spaces. Moving forward, guys, I think there is a very real real importance to finding like-minded individuals, because as the world goes crazy, you want to remember that you aren't the crazy one. It is the world around you that is the crazy one. So get on the Orange Pill app, stack friends who stack sats. And if you're going to be in Miami, don't sit in your hotel room the whole night. Come hang out with Bitcoiners. Also, shouts out to everyone hit me in the Orange Pill app DMs. Really appreciate all the love. It really gives us the love and inspiration to keep this going, that we are a part of your day. And I'm doing my best to get back on that. So I'll talk to you guys there. But go download the Orange Pill app, stack them friends who stack sats, and we'll see you guys in Miami. So hopefully you guys are on the app and we can hang out. Anyways, Dell, let's get you in going, bro.
Real quick, I'm on the Orange Pill app as well, and I've had multiple people message me on there. So yes, as Apti was just saying, get on there, say hi to people. It's cool. All right, so we got the news here. China, as you all know, banned Bitcoin, and well, that's clearly working real well for them. Over here on nobsbitcoin.com, we've got China's Bitcoin ban has been ineffective. At least 17 billion transferred by Chinese nationals last year. The ban has either been ineffective or loosely enforced. The average monthly value of crypto flowing to China did roughly halve in 2022, chopped in half from a year earlier, but still remained at a sizable 17 billion. Over here on B in Crypto, we've got the same thing. Crypto firms thrive despite the ban. It has been 18 months now since China banned crypto trading. Initially, firms like Huobi had their Chinese customer bases wiped out. Recently, however, exchanges have found ways to get around the ban. Although China outlawed crypto trading in 2021, major exchanges continue to court Chinese customers. For example, a document submitted as part of FTX's bankruptcy filings in November reveals that Chinese users accounted for 8% of the exchange's customers. That's a sizable number. How Huobi bypasses China's crypto ban. In the wake of China's crypto ban, Huobi's market share plummeted, as Bloomberg reported in March. It fell from 21.6% in 2020 to just 4% in 2022. And in the months that followed the FTX bankruptcy, the company has swept up the ensuing market turmoil. So this just goes to show that if you try and ban Bitcoin, it's not like I don't think people realize how impactful the TikTok next block thing is. You've got all these people seeing, I mean, just over this past week, 5 days, people are talking about, oh, look at the transaction fees. Look, we got to change this. It is such hubris, humanity's hubris, to think you are smart enough to know all of the moving pieces that goes into anything. I mean, most of us can't even figure out how to make our own beds in the morning and how to get a decent breakfast into our faces, let alone fix the world. And we're over here saying how, because these numbers are going up and an on-chain transaction that I wanted to go through right now isn't going through right now because I have to pay $20 as opposed to 2 cents, then we should change it and to make it better for me. This is what happens with politicians. You're complaining about $18 a change or something. I mean, tiny little minuscule amounts of SAT differences. What do you think happens when politicians get in there and they're going they're in positions of power and they've got millions of dollars, not just a few bucks. They've got millions of dollars. It's ridiculous. Where's this other one? I just got sent this one. What? How in the world? Where is? Okay, yeah. Back to the news. China's Bitcoin. It's going to be a little bit hard to read. I tried to make it dark, and I went a little bit overboard. China's Bitcoin ban has been ineffective. At least I already went over this one. So the point here is that if you try and ban Bitcoin, it's going to keep on chugging along. And if you shut it down in China, it doesn't matter. It keeps on TikToking next block. It's like a train that just comes in every 10 minutes and there's no stopping this train. It doesn't stop. And I've heard the question from people that clearly haven't done all that much research. Well, what if it gets shut down? And I say the only way that it can get shut down, there's two ways. It's kind of a combination of ways. You'd have to shut down the entire global electric grid. All electricity stops. That's one way. Another way is you go and physically destroy every single node that has the Bitcoin on it. Literally every single one. And you'd kind of have to do that all at once, because as soon as word got out that the nodes were being gone and cracked down, people would make more nodes. Like all that would do would be people would be running to make more nodes, replicate this, and then hide them. They'd store them away. It's like, okay, you can do that, and then in a few years, 5 years, 10 years, like we don't care. We'll wait. We're hodlers. We'll sit there. I'm the hodl sapien. I'll wait. I've got time. If I'm not here, look, I've read Dune. My mind is operating on 10,000 year timescales here. All right. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing it for my children. I'm doing it for my great grandchildren so that they can own freaking planets and star systems. They can have Dyson spheres around stars and completely different galaxies and other worlds that we haven't even explored yet. That's who I'm doing this for. I'm not doing it for me. I was already poor. I'm going to stay poor. I'm going to live poor. I don't care. I function just fine poor. I'm doing it for my descendants that will be able to own entire sections of space. That's who I'm doing this for. Like, if you're thinking that you want to go and buy a Lambo, we're not on the same level. We're not on the same level. So China trying to stop this, it's like burning all of their ships back whenever that was when they did that. It's like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's just, it's absolutely ridiculous. And if you think that you can stop this thing at this point, then you clearly have not done enough research on what this thing is. It's a otherworldly dimension discovery that cannot be stopped.
Yeah, 100%. That's something I always say. And it's something I legitimately believe. Anytime a government postures like they are going to ban Bitcoin, it makes me just more bullish, because on the one hand, not only is it going to Streisand affect the Bitcoin signal, because people are then going to ask, like, wait, why are they banning it? I thought Bitcoin was nothing. Like, what's the need to ban something that has no value? And on the other hand, it proves our message that we as Bitcoiners talk about all the time, is that you can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. And so if any government tries to ban Bitcoin, it just makes me absolutely bullish. And I hear the same FUD and criticism come around recently in the idea of, like, what if the American government bans Bitcoin? Like, is that going to kill Bitcoin? And we even had the US government reference the China ban as a reason for them to tax Bitcoin miners 30%. And we have just continuous receipts that this doesn't work. We have the fact that the FTX bankruptcy just had news that 8% of their clientele was in China, even during the ban. So Bitcoiners will find a way to route around any form, any semblance of banning, because we understand the value of this. If your government wants you to stop using a freedom money, a permissionless ledger, ask yourself why. Why are these governments acting so tyrannical? Why don't they want you to use a money that isn't designed to steal from you? Why is this the status quo? Why is this the only way that they know how to move forward, is to have total control of every aspect of your life? I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but why do other people not see this? Again, can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. And Bitcoiners will find a way, whether that is peer-to-peer markets, whether that is, open dimes, whether that is stacking sats by any means necessary. As we move forward, people will wake up to the idea that this is unstoppable. The cat is out of the bag, and no amount of posturing. We will need the most cohesive, coordinated global attack on Bitcoin to make this possible. And just the game theory of this just doesn't work out. You would need every government to collude to stop Bitcoin. They would have to go door to door. They would have to come and stop you from running the Bitcoin software. And it's just not going to happen, guys. This is why we tell you guys to run the software, run a node, verify the transactions for yourself, take Bitcoin into self-custody. And this is unstoppable, and continue to spread the signal. This is why you do what you do. This is why we show up every single day to counter these narratives, because the legacy media is not going to come out here and tell us that, oh, Bitcoin is winning, that, oh, maybe we shouldn't go down the China route and try to ban Bitcoin. They are going to use this because, hey, I don't know if you've noticed, but the American government has been posturing like probably the most authoritarian, tyrannical government in the world. And they are not silent about using China as a model. I don't know about you, but this is not the future I want to live in. And this is why I show up every single day to spread the signal, to inspire you guys to spread the signal, to make sure that more people are taking Bitcoin into self-custody, because that is the only thing that really matters, is having billions and billions of people holding Bitcoin so that you just route around them. This may be a bad metaphor, but I say it all the time. The institutions they can't even control their own system, and you think they're going to control a system that's completely outside of their control. It's just not going to happen, guys. It really isn't going to happen. And anyone that continues to use the idea that, oh, China banned Bitcoin, therefore we can ban it as well, just really isn't paying attention. Anyways, let's get into the culture. We got a lot to talk about.
The Daily Culture.
Brought to you by SwanBitcoin.com. Swan is the best way to build your Bitcoin stack with automated Bitcoin savings plans and instant purchases, serving clients of any size from $10 to $10 million. We love Swan because they incentivize self-custody and dollar cost averaging. What are you waiting for? Visit SwanBitcoin.com today.
All right, guys, let me tell you about Swan's new offer, the Swan IRA. Bitcoin is generational wealth, and you can secure your bright orange future with the Swan IRA. Real Bitcoin, no taxes. Swan offers both traditional and Roth options to best fit your needs. Create your IRA and start adding Bitcoin in less than 1 minute. Transfers and rollovers are available. Swan's Bitcoin experts will get you set up with no transfer fees and no minimum balance requirements. This is real Bitcoin, not an ETF or other derivatives. Get the real thing and get it at Swan. SwanBitcoin.com/IRA. Go hit up the Swan guys in the DMs if you have issues. Actually, hit up Nico. Make him be the guy that does all the customer support. Anyways, guys, as I told you, I've been wanting to do this story for a minute, because it's something that we obviously talk about here on the show. I say it all the time. We say it all the time. You guys hear it all the time. Bitcoin is hope. I even tweeted it out this morning. Bitcoin is hope. And of course, I am the reigning meme guy here on the show. So of course, I'm going to start this with some memes. So shouts out to Marcel039 on Twitter, continuously tagging me in these awesome pictures of Bitcoin as hope. And I think now is more important than ever to explain to people that Bitcoin is a way out of the fiat matrix, the fiat hamster wheel. And all you need to do is just save in Bitcoin continuously. I know most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they think they don't have any excess capital to put into a risky asset like Bitcoin. But it's really as easy as just taking your beer money, as one of my friends used to say, taking your beer money and saving in Bitcoin. And over time, as you build a nest egg, you will escape, you will have a better life. And just to prove that right now is not only the best time to be orange pilling, it's not only the safest time to be buying Bitcoin, but I think it's the best time to get the Bitcoin message out to just the average person out there. And again, I've been trying to talk about these stories for the last couple of weeks, but we've had so many great guests on the show that I haven't had time. So you can see here, this is CNBC, April 18th. This headline: public pessimism on the economy hits a new high, CNBC survey shows. So with a margin of rough or minus 3.1%, found about 2/3 of Americans say their wages are falling behind inflation, and 2/3 say the nation is headed for a recession or is already in one. So it's not only just Bitcoiners talking about everything we talk about all the time, that inflation is here, that we might be in a recession, but the average person is starting to feel the pain. And they, you know what I say, once they feel the pain, they will start to wake up to the idea. And it's about us getting the Bitcoin message out there, telling people, save in Bitcoin, opt out of the madness. You are getting your future stolen from. Inflation is theft. Hold something that cannot be debased. 21 million hard cap. We say it all the time. These are the memes that we continuously talk about. Well, again, it's been a few weeks since I've been trying to talk about this one, and we got this other hilarious headline. This one's from The Guardian. It goes, Britons need to accept they're poorer, says Bank of England economist. They're not even trying to tell you that, oh, you know, inflation isn't that bad. No, they're just telling you accept inflation and become poorer. What do we say? Have fun staying poor. Now the Bank of England is saying the very same thing. You couldn't make this up. Anyways, here's part of this article. British households and businesses, quote, need to accept, quote, that they are poorer and stop seeking pay increases and pushing prices higher, the Bank of England's chief economist, Hull Pill, has said. Couldn't make this up. Pill said a game of pass the parcel is taking place in the economy as households and companies try to pass on their higher costs. Absolutely amazing that they're trying to blame the average worker out there for inflation. It really blows my mind that people will eat this up. Yes, everyone is feeling the pain. And as Safe Dean says over here, there is no inflation if you accept you are poorer. This is where the Bank of England is literally at. Little are they telling you that, oh yeah, we've printed an obscene amount of money, we've stolen your future, and just that's the way it is. No, they're just like, yeah, you're poorer now, accept it. And just to prove our points, here's in the US, the St. Louis Fed charts, M1 money supply. This is why you're poorer, guys. Look at this hockey stick of the amount of money they printed. And this isn't just in the US. Here we go, historical data of Bank of England. It is absolutely another hockey stick. And then we can go to every major central bank in the world, and it's all the same thing over and over. They have printed an obscene amount of money since 2020. It is going absolutely parabolic, and this is the reason why you're poor. Do not listen to the talking heads out there telling you that inflation is because people are wanting higher raises, or it's because of greedy capitalists out there that aren't paying their fair share of taxes. This is all lies, and this is just all bad economics. And here we are over at Mises. Just to clarify our terms, simply, the essence of inflation is not a general rise in prices, but an increase in the supply of money, which in turn sets in motion a general increase in the prices of goods and services. Again, here's a chart. Total assets of major central bank. Look at how much it's gone up since 2020. Do not fall for the standard trope of, oh, it is greedy capitalists that aren't paying their fair share. It is these greedy workers that are wanting more pay. No, it is because they have printed a stupid amount of money, and this is why you are poorer. It is very simple. I always go to keep it simple, stupid, boil it down to basics. Printing money is why you are poor. Anyways, another headline. Here we got Gallup. And it goes, about half in the U.S. worry about their money safety in the banks. So not only are we just supposed to eat the inflation, not only are we just supposed to accept that we are poorer, not only are people feeling the very real pressure of a recession coming, now half of the U.S. is worried about their money simply being in a bank. And what do we say as Bitcoiners? Be your own bank. And again, I think the message here is the Bitcoin signal is spreading outside of just Bitcoiners. The average person is becoming more aware of the problems. They're feeling the pain. I think they are ripe to hold Bitcoin, to get the Bitcoin signal. And it's just about going out there and spreading that Bitcoin signal and doing it in a way that you inspire people, that you win the hearts and minds of the masses. Bitcoin is hope. And, for all of the people out there that are still very confused about what's going on in traditional finance, they don't know, what the central bank cabals are going to do, whether they're going to raise hikes, lower hikes, what the CPI inflations are. We as Bitcoiners know that sats are our stable coin, that we know what our monetary policy is going to be going for hundreds of years. And this is because it is algorithmically fixed. And you guys running the code verify what's going on the network. And this is absolutely game-changing going forward into the world. And it's still, people just don't know the problem. It is the money, stupid. Fix the money, fix the world. And I found this tweet by Dr. Jeff Ross. And, a lot of people still are fundamentally misinformed. They'll say, oh, Bitcoin has no value, which is very ironic considering that it's almost at 30K right now. If it had no value, then why are people willing to pay so much money to hold Bitcoin? There must be some value in it to most people, or individually, subjectively, people are finding value in Bitcoin. Well, Dr. Jeff Ross sums this up perfectly. It's permissionless money. It's freedom money. It's decentralized money. It's transparent money. It's audible money. It's scarce money. It's debasement-free money. It's portable money. It's durable money. It's apolitical money. It's money for the people. It is Bitcoin. This is why we Bitcoin. And remember the website, hope.com. Shouts out to Sailor. Bitcoin is hope. If you want to educate yourself, Go to hope.com. Bitcoin is hope. And whether you're a billionaire, whether you're an average Bitcoiner like me with average means, Bitcoin gives you hope. It gives you a whole new lease on life. It changes your perspective of the world. You can go out there and save for yourself and your family. You don't have to just get caught up on the hamster wheel. You can build yourself a nest egg. You can buy yourself the things you want. You can save for your future. You can save for your family. And it will only go up because it's going up forever, Laura, because Bitcoin is hope. Reach out, save in Bitcoin. You will have to make some sacrifices. You will have to change your behavior. But as you learn more, you will realize that Bitcoin is the only way to opt out, that Bitcoin is the solution to the problem. The world has printed too much money. We are completely detached from reality. We use paper money. We use debt money. And this is why the world is so messed up. It's very simple. We are completely detached from reality because of our paper money, and Bitcoin is hope. And I just hope that all you guys out there spread the signal, win the hearts and minds of the masses out there, opt out of the madness, and start to actually live a life that is above fiat servitude. There is Bitcoin and there is slavery. And if you are in debt, you are no better than a slave. Convince me otherwise. And the whole world is completely in debt. We live in a debt-based system. Opt out of this. Take Bitcoin into self-custody. Secure your future. Secure your family's future. And start to hang out with us on the bright orange future. Anyways, Dale, jump in, bro. What's your thoughts on all this?
It's hard to understand and appreciate just how amazing certain technologies are until you actually use them yourself. You can hear how how good something is. You can hear people that you know, like you really close to. You could have somebody tell you this XYZ thing is a game changer, and you go, okay, I believe you. I mean, this happened with my wife. I married this woman because I value her very, very much. And she told me these earbuds that I got, these wireless earbuds, are unlike anything else I've ever had. I apologize about my video. I've tried a few different things, folks. I'm not sure what's going on. But she told me these wireless earbuds are a game changer. I will never go back to wired earbuds again. I was like, okay, I mean, that's fine. That they can't be that different. And she's like, no, you don't understand. Just try mine. Okay, just try them. So I used hers for I think a weekend or something. I was like, okay, I get it now. You don't understand how much of a nuisance the wire is, even if it's just a single wire. It just doesn't get in the way. It's like you just magically have the audiobook, the music, whatever it is, in your head. It's just there. Just these tiny little earbuds. I mean, there's all sorts of different ones, but I got these Google ones. It's not a plug for Google by any means, but it's just that lack of a wire is so unlike anything that you've ever experienced until you've experienced that. The same is true with a touch screen. Back when touch screens first came out, do you remember how they were kind of like actually you had to press on them? They were kind of like there was actual a tactile part to it. I was like, these will never take off. This is garbage. And then the iPhone came out. I was like, oh, okay, this is different. This is actually pretty good. I just bought a signed copy of Jason Lowry's software book this morning using Lightning. I sent him the requisite sats on Lightning, and it happened like that. And he had the money. It was instant. Like, I mean, he's like, good, that's it. I didn't have to wait. Oh, maybe the bank will say no because we don't like you and you work for the Pentagon or the Space Force. Or maybe it just because of something happening on our end. Maybe, not sure. Maybe it's held. I've got a friend. She makes stickers on Etsy and they're holding her funds right now because doesn't know why. No idea why. It's pictures of little animals. Like there's nothing political, nothing offensive about it. It's hearts and animals and little flowers, like just completely the most benign, simple, cutesy stuff that you can imagine. And they're just holding her money because some reason, no idea why. Well, you can't do that with Lightning. It just goes through. I want that thing. Here you go. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. And yes, I immediately replaced those sats that I spent on the book instantly. Like that's what you do. You don't just send your sats away and then don't replace them. You replace them, you replenish, you take out of the pool, that limited pool, you use this infinite thing to get the limited thing, and you just start using that thing. And then once you do that a few times, and you go, oh, this is so different. I can't wait. Did you see that video over the weekend or the past few days where a guy used a lightning to unlock a door? I imagine this could
No.
fix shoplifting. Yeah, he goes up to a door, uses lightning, and unlocks the door. It's like to an apartment complex. Like this could fix shoplifting instantly. You to get into the store, the whole store, you have to pay with lightning. To get out of the store, you have to show a proof of purchase. So you can come in there You can steal all you want, but you're just going to be trapped in because you don't have proof of purchase. You bought yourself into jail. You literally bought yourself into jail. So you're standing there waiting for somebody else to let you in. It's like, okay, we watched you steal all that stuff, so we're just gonna call the police now because you're completely regarded. So thanks for the money, because that money came to us and we would only refund it, kind of like a parking voucher. We're only going to refund that along with your exit if you purchase something, and you do that and it's all digital. And so we know exactly when it happens, and it's proof, like it's immutable. You can't fucks with it. So you just like, thanks for the money and you're going to jail. Like reverse Uno.
It really it really blows my mind. Not only is Bitcoin the best way for the average person to save moving into the future, but like the fundamental ease and quickness of using Lightning or even using Bitcoin on chain is so much better than a credit card over the internet. Like, it's a very simple idea: digital money for a digital world, and all the other currencies, all the other forms of stored of value are just not designed to work in a digital world. And we have Bitcoin. And moving forward, I think more people will wake up to this idea. But hey, the only way we can do this is by people taking Bitcoin into self-custody, opting out of the madness. And the best way to do that, guys, is go to bitplates.com, get yourself a domino. It's easy to use. It's 316L marine grade stainless steel, and offering the ultimate protection against extremes of a temperature. 10% off all BitPlates products using the code SIMPLY. Guys, I say it all the time, and I've been guilty of this as well. Do not leave your seed phrase in your sock drawer on paper, because you might wreck yourself, guys. Anyways, let's get into your favorite portion of the show, which is the meme review. And I got a couple extra memes in here for you guys, because I did our normal number, but also Dell sent me one, so I got an honorable mention in here, and I think you guys are gonna like this one. All right.
The Daily Meme Review.
Brought to you by Kaboom Racks. I get this question all the time. Nico, where should I buy Bitcoin miners? The answer is Kaboom Racks. It's the best place to buy Bitcoin miners. That's where you're going to find the best deals and the best prices. Start your mining utopia today. To check out their racks, you got to go to t.me/Kaboom Racks. Join their Telegram group and start your mining journey today. Kaboom Racks.
All right, you guys already know the deal. This is the meme review. This is literally your favorite portion of the show. You guys watch all that other stuff just to get you guys ready for the memes. Tweets are the bullets, memes are the artillery. As you guys can tell, we are in an information war. I've said it in the past, and I'll continuously say this. I am convinced we are in World War III right now. It's just not a kinetic war, it's an information war. And the way that they continuously win that war is by bombarding you with so much noise, you do not know what's up from down. So this is the importance of spreading the signal, spreading the truth, because Bitcoin is truth, Bitcoin is hope, and getting people to understand one very, very simple idea: fix the money, fix the world. We have to fundamentally restructure the base of our society, which is our money. It is 1/2 of every transaction in the world. And as long as there's a small cabal of parasites that can funnel wealth from you via the money, we ain't going to be moving forward. You're going to be stuck in the fiat hamster wheel. And the only way to opt out is by taking Bitcoin into self-custody, by saving in Bitcoin. Just save your beer money, guys. It's very simple. I always say, I took this from The Richest Man in Babylon. I did more, so I may be overeating my own soup, but simply 10%, guys. 10% of your paycheck. Live within that 90% of your means. Over time, you will build a nest egg. But if you're really a toxic Bitcoiner, then you do half of your paycheck and you eat ramen for months. Anyways, this first meme is by @level39. And I really love this framing. We got a Jim from The Office, and it's the classic meme where he's pointing at the chalkboard or the paper, whatever. Anyways, he goes, first slide, he goes, when you say Bitcoin is a waste of energy, you demonstrate you desire to control what others value. Sit down, you little authoritarian tyrant. Stop telling me what I should and shouldn't like. I have a brain. I know what I like. There's a thing called subjective value, and I value Bitcoin. And right now, I think Bitcoin is undervalued at 30K. I value it at $1 million. But hey, that's still bearish as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, this next one, this one literally had me cracking up this morning. I was sitting here cackling like a maniac because I thought this was so funny. Anyways, we got a Jeetsy Do on Twitter. And it goes, quote, "On God, we borrowed too much and now we broke. For real, for real. It is not bussin'." And it's got a picture of Janet Yellen with the fuckboy haircut and an earring, you know, the Zoomer haircut over here. "On God, we borrowed too much and now we broke. For real, for real. It is not bussin'." Translated for your Zoomers out there, this is all the Fed is saying. Anyways, this next one is by Greg Foss, and we got Jerome Powell over here, the reported inflation, and then we got Augustin Carson's the actual inflation. And for those that don't know, Jerome Powell's super skinny. Augustin Carson is a big boy, to say the least. Okay, this next one, again, I try to avoid putting charts on here, and guys, before you throw tomatoes, it is using the stock to flow colors. I know. Don't throw tomatoes too hard. Anyways, we got Bit Harrington here on Twitter, and he goes, "Imagine selling your precious Bitcoin 1 year before the 4th Bitcoin halving. Hashtag hodl." And this is the point of it all. 1 year before the halving, it is below the price of the halving. Again, until it goes parabolic to the top. Again, 1 year below the halving, there's a slow climb up into the halving. Then after the halving, it goes absolutely parabolic. Again, a third time, 1 year below the halving, it does a slow creep up until the halving. And then it goes absolutely nuclear to a top. And here we are, the 4th halving, 1 year below the halving. So, hey, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And if history is a lesson, we're going to see a slow creep up until the halving. And then after the halving, we will see the supply shock happen and the price should go absolutely nuclear. If you are selling your Bitcoin right now, you really don't understand what you're holding. You should be stacking as much as humanly possible. Find however you can to stack more sats to provide your services for Bitcoin, because it's going up forever, Laura. Anyways, this next meme is by Ding Dong 3001, and he goes patience and got the beer cheers. And we got King Charles here in his inauguration with all his gaudy king outfit. He's got a crown and nice, nice robe with some, what do you, the canes? I think they have a
scepter.
Scepter. Is it scepter? It starts with an S. Anyways, he's over here. Ding Dong, you should put some laser eyes on him. But anyways, he's looking all fancy over here, looking all rich. And he goes, "Me after hodling 50 fucking years." This is the future, guys. Hodl them Bitcoins, and you may be as rich as a king one day. Anyways, this next meme is by Auto Hodl. And of course, I have to kind of continuously double down on the mempool because I finally got a transaction to go through, and I thought I was lowballing it. I was lowballing my transaction at like 105 sats per byte. Absolutely wrecked. It took 2 days to get it through, but hey, Bitcoin's still working. This is almost how this is almost like how Bitcoin avoids spamming the network. Got to pay the fee. You got to pay to play. Anyways, we got the meme here. We got the guy with the laser eyes pointing at his hand, pay me. And we got shitcoiners, Clogs mempool with JPEGs, and the Bitcoin miners. Yeah, whatever, just pay me. The Bitcoin miners got absolutely paid over the weekend. And I think it's going down. I think the mempool is clearing up a little bit. So either the JPEGers, either the shitcoiners that are attacking the Bitcoin network are running out of money, or maybe cooler heads are prevailing and people aren't overshooting their transaction fees. And, we're getting back to reality. Anyways, we got the classic, I forget who it is. Okay, the classic JoJo whispering to surprise Emma Roberts meme. Don't know where that's from, but and Emma Roberts is just shocked and just lusting over you. And it goes, "He sends transactions on the base chain high priority." Dude, Ding Dong, this is you right now. This is, connect these two. She's looking at you like this, guys. Don't get caught up with them sat diggers. I ain't saying she a sat digger, but hey, You already know. All right, this next one is by @Del. This is Delio Para on Twitter. Del the Funky Hodl Sapien. And he goes, I'm not much for making memes, but now and then an idea will hit. And we got what mainstream marketing sees. And I don't know, I'm guessing
Mainstream media, MSN.
mainstream media. What? I don't know who this guy is. Is this like
It's Jon Snow, Kit Harington,
okay? I don't know what
Game of
he is.
Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So movie star,
Yeah, exactly.
popular actor. What mainstream media sees when they look at SBF? What Bitcoin maxis see? And who is this?
I don't El Chapo or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
who
I forget who this is. A very notorious criminal, looking all torn up and haggard. Honestly, I couldn't agree more. This is why I had to add it for the honorable mention. But I had so many good memes that I had to go a little overboard on the memes. Yeah, hold on. Yes, that what I was waiting for 1 sat per byte again. We'll see. We'll see if we get there. We'll see if we get
Nico.
there.
That's right. That's Nico.
Oh, that's. Oh man, absolutely right. All right, guys, drop your meme review score in the chat as we cover ours live. And we will cover some live before the show ends. Today, my meme review score is this Colombian cigar called Kawa. Apparently, I don't know. My roommate got these. Apparently, they're really delicious. He got them from his brother-in-law. I haven't smoked one yet, but I will. I don't know if I'll get to it today. We'll see. I'm pretty busy today, but Colombian cigar. Apparently, it's delicious. All right, Del, what's your score?
I got a weird score. Hang on. So I mentioned this at the beginning, and if I don't get it in here, then I won't. So my score is here we go. Bum bum bum. This is the thing.
Wait. It was Pablo. Apparently, it's Pablo Escobar before.
Oh.
Yeah. Or someone says a terrorist.
Saddam Hussein.
So that's
not a good. Whatever. It's not a good.
It's not a good guy.
All right. So my meme review is this. So apparently BSV was trying to get with Ledger or something another, and this Kurt Workit Jr. Gorilla Pool guy says, "Wow, some serious lizard poop." Oh, okay, shitcoiner just went down with Ledger and BSV. They had full-fledged BSV page with well-written copy about BSV. Ledger pulled it down as soon as the violent laser commie brutalists demanded it of them. So remember, if you make an unapproved choice, you'll be targeted by the small blocker community communists for punishment. And looks like HODLNOT tagged Ledger CEO and said, take it down, and they complied almost instantly. Big cancel culture vibes. So my meme review is that toxic maxis doing what toxic maxis do best.
Well, shouts out to Andres. Apparently, it's not Pablo. I thought it was Saddam Hussein. I'm not going to say the name because we'll get canceled. But wait, what do you call us? Laser-eyed brutalists? I kind of like that. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'm a fan. Laser-eyed brutalist confirmed.
Communist from? We're definitely not that, but I'll be a brutalist.
All right, guys. Drop your meme review score in the chat, and we'll cover them live. But before we do that, shouts out to representltd.com. Go check out all the merch. We wear it every single day. I am wearing the Simply Bitcoin dad hat. Del has the Simply Bitcoin snapback. I'm wearing the classic Represent hoodie. Go check out all their merch. Oh, yeah, you got the Dropping Bombs one. That one's a good one. Go check out all the merch. We do know that they will be dropping some Simply Bitcoin themed merch soon, but they got a bunch of comfy clothes over there. Go represent. Also, I've been seeing. I didn't really know, but apparently, Represent is kind of getting caught up in the hype beast circles as well. So hey, it's not only comfy; it's fashionable as well. Anyways, let's go into these meme review scores. Get them in live so we can cover them. Actually, do I have music? Let me see if I have music. I don't think I have the music. I don't have the music. All right. I haven't loaded the music. I haven't loaded the music up yet. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First one is by McLovin. And he goes, I give the memes very undervalued Bitcoin for the masses. We are so early. Ken confirmed. Okay. Let's see. Bushmaster score. Don't stop believing. Hodl to that feeling. 1 sat per byte. Hold on. I got you. I got you at least on that one.
Don't stop believing. Hodl to that feeling.
Of 1 sat per byte. Okay. Let's see. Igor. I give those memes the brokenness of Moon Wallet. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard those atomic swaps aren't doing too well. We knew this time would come, but shout out to Moon Wallet. They definitely onboarded a lot of people this last cycle. We'll see if they can figure it out. We'll see if some other Lightning wallets can figure out that quick onboarding. Anyways, this next meme is by Apollo 21, and it goes, score Vegeta's broken scouter after witnessing the sheer power of Bitcoin. All right, very meta. Very meta. Okay. This next meme is by the P-Man Band. It goes, score one copy of the Block Size Wars. Yes, guys, go read that. It's some of these times where you just got to go refresh on the classics, because it seems like everyone forgets all just the fundamentals when things get crazy. Anyways, this next meme is by Rave Elevator, and it goes, I give the memes a 10-pack chicken nuggets. The chicken nuggies. Uh-oh, Rave. You're going to get tomatoes thrown at you. I get it thrown all the time. I haven't had chicken nuggies in a minute, though. But Big Mac quarter pounder, smash them together. Absolutely delicious. Hey, I know it's not good for you, but it's delicious. I know. Anyways, Mr. Link 129, he goes, meme score, Nico's new tip touching bends. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Super weird. All right, Andres, I give the memes a bustin' for real. Okay, a couple more. Planet Earth, give the memes a Dal grandkid rant. Okay. Last one before buzzer. It's basic biology. I give the memes a level and a bottle of orange pills. Let's go. Absolutely love it. Appreciate it, everyone. Yeah, of course, I don't have the copy here, but the touching the tip ceremony next week, I think it's Wednesday, we will be there. Go check it out. Maybe it's in the show notes. I forgot about the touching the tips. We'll be at BTC Grove in Miami. But man, really appreciate everyone here. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Shouts out to Dell, for stepping in for us to continue the show even without Nico. And that's the goal, guys. Is there'll be a time when Nico and Opti won't be on the show, and we will just have the Simply Bitcoin team continue on the show. This is the hope. We want to continuously just spread the signal, whether we're here or not. The show goes on. It's all about spreading the Bitcoin signal. Don't just spread us, spread all the Bitcoin signal. And we will be back tomorrow. Anyways, Dell, appreciate you, bro. Of course. We'll have you back on soon. Actually, go check out Dell's clips. He's killing it. We're going to continue to drop the clips for you guys. And then, of course, go check us out on the audio only, Anchor, Spotify, Apple. We are a part of the Value for Value economy on Fountain. I think we've been running a little too long on the show, so I don't think I have enough time to bring up all the comments anymore. Nico yells at me every time I do it. But trust me, we are seeing the comments. We appreciate all the love. It really means the world to us that you guys love to have us be a part of your day. We don't take it lightly, guys. We are really honored and humbled that you guys like to come out to the show, that you guys spread the signal, that you guys are still a part of the Simply Bitcoin family. And of course, if you want to come on the show, hit us up in the DMs. We are trying to get all Bitcoiners from all walks of life on the show, because we are in the battle for the hearts and minds of the masses. And your story may be the one that inspires people out there. So appreciate everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. I think I'm hosting tomorrow's show as well, guys. I got another special guest for you guys tomorrow. I think you guys are gonna like this one. Actually, we have a guest and my special co-host. I think you guys are gonna like. But the show goes on. We aren't stopping the show because one of us doesn't make it. The show will outlive little old Nico and Opti, and we are here to continuously spread the signal. So I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Go orange pill a loved one. Eat some steak. Go touch some grass. Get outside. Get away from the little black box and spread the Bitcoin signal. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.